Hey everyone, Talon here in editor mode, checking in with you before the start of the show. Hope you're doing well. I just want to say that the episode you're about to hear is not necessarily a new episode of Craig's Essential Crisis unless you were not at our April 30th live show or have not yet since watched the episode of our live show. That's what you're going to hear, the audio from that show. The live shows have been a lot of fun lately. If you don't know, they are totally different from the format of this podcast. They involve a little more fun, a little more games, a little more audience interactivity, sometimes special guests. So, we have not been dropping them into feed because we just didn't have a way to do it at first, but it seems like we might now. So, that's what you're going to hear. It's a fun time, and you're going to enjoy it. The reason we're doing that is because Sarah was unable to record this week, so here you go. The other thing I want to let you know is that you can hear Sarah and I as guests on another podcast called Contrivance. We joined our friends Drew and Brit to talk about a potential Craigslist misconnection section competitor on their podcast, in which they talk about a lot of crazy, new, and exciting, and maybe unnecessary inventions. So we're going to drop the link to that in the show notes as well. So check us out on Contrivance and enjoy this audio from our live show. We'll be back next week with a new episode for you. Thanks so much. Love ya. Hope you're well. Enjoy the show.
You caught my eye in the grocery line, and I fancied myself a man worth your time, and I couldn't help thinking, I wish you were mine, a man-seeking woman whose total is 589.
Hello.
Hi. Welcome.
You brought your Muppet voice. I'm so glad.
Oh, hey. Hi, everyone. Yeah, we're gonna dub this over later,
Yes.
We're gonna be replaced by Muppets when people watch this, right?
I wish.
Yeah.
To have a Muppet do all the hard work of having a face, boy, I wish.
God. I got Muppets on my mind for sure because I have to do some singing at work. Me and my puppet pal Periwinkle. So
ooh,
yeah.
Plug it, baby.
I mean, my work's doing a little cabaret, and they do one every month. They do a kind of a digital online cabaret. So I'll be in the next one. I'm sure I'll share a link. But I had to do a lot of practicing singing in the car, not as myself, as a puppet. So interesting day for me.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know why you'd bring up puppets when you're talking about Muppets, because they're not the same.
They're not related. See, this is the thin line I have to walk at work, right? I have to go
Yes.
is this meta if I sing a Muppet song? We can't. Yeah, these are because kids will believe a lot. Kids will see a puppeteer on stage with a puppet, and they will not see the puppeteer. So. It's an age thing is what it is. Anyway, This is not about puppets, and I get to say fuck on this show. So let's do that.
This is, it's not a movie podcast, it's not a murder podcast. This is not a Muppets podcast, shockingly. But this is Craig's Essential Crisis, and we're so excited to have you here. Thank you so much for joining us. This is going to be a great night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a feeling.
I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be okay. No, we don't need to quote Black Eyed Peas. Not right now.
We're above it.
But we are a misconnections podcast. We talk about my favorite corner of the internet, which is Craigslist, and then my even favorite corner of that corner, which is the misconnections section, which I do truly love. Talon and I were talking before this session started, and I talked about how all of my favorite website experiences are anonymous.
Yeah, which it was a lot more innocent in the conversation than it probably sounds.
See,
but
okay. Yeah.
Okay.
If you're anonymous, you're a creep. That's what Talon immediately leaps to that.
Or are you part of the internet hacker group Anonymous? That would be. I don't want to out you on here, but
I do not own a Guy Fawkes mask, so I think we're
damn
safe.
it. Damn it. I thought I had figured it out. Okay.
Yeah, not today, buddy.
All right. I tried.
But, this favorite corner of the internet, it's a place where people who have encountered each other in real life for a fleeting moment, this is where they go to say hello to each other again in the hopes that they can reconnect and rekindle that relationship that they felt a little spark between them.
Yeah. And boy, usually it's that, but a lot of times it is not that.
I guess I should say that's the idealist's version of what it is. It's what I wish,
That's why it was invented. Why it's still here, I don't know, but we're glad it is.
Yeah, I was just be like, don't curse it. And we don't know why.
I'm not cursing it. The
misconnection
section, it's lasted this long on the strength of people wanting to buy things for cheap. If the misconnection section was Craigslist only offering, I don't know if it would still be around. It seems like we've developed better ways to meet people on the internet. But
I beg to differ. But
okay.
In order to show you the full glory of the misconnection section, we actually have a little bit of an example here for you that we can show you. I found this one on the internet, so Talon is going to go ahead and cold read it, which is another Craig's Essential Crisis tradition. So
the Craig cried cold read, we call it in the business.
Burr. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Let me have it.
I'm melting. Here you go.
Here we go. Spicy redhead bumped into me. I didn't realize I was in the way, so you bumped into me. Let me know if you want me to bump into you. You know what? Straight to the point. Yep, that is exactly a perfect example of what this could be. Spicy redhead always makes me think of Wendy's. Also, like I assumed this was going to take place at a Wendy's restaurant, but
yeah,
we'll find it. My favorite ones are the ones that take place at Wendy's restaurants. So just a little disappointed, but I'm sure we'll get there.
Is that your favorite redhead? Wendy?
That's a good question. Who is if I had to pick, I feel like Blossom from Powerpuff Girls is pretty cool. Wanda Maximoff, the Scarlet Witch. I mean, pretty good, right? She's redhead, right?
Yeah.
Look,
who's the Marvel expert in the room?
I almost lost my card there, but Marvel's always listening. So
that's true. Everyone, shout out your favorite redheads in the chat. I just want to know.
I would love to see these answers. Who comes to mind? Who else? I like Christina Hendricks's Mad Men character. No, she's redhead in real life, so she would count.
I think you're coming up with more answers than I ever would. I threw you on the fire for this one.
The little redhead girl from Charlie Brown. Did we ever even see her? I don't think so. Oh, no. Also another Powerpuff Girls redhead is the mayor's wife.
Yes, I think it's his assistant, but they have a very interesting work relationship. So we'll say that they're married.
Flirtatious. I mean, if they aren't
workplace inappropriate.
Yeah, exactly. The HR is going to be all over it.
All up in that. Anyways, that's a great list of redheads. Feel free to add your favorites in the chat. Hey, my chat feature might be working, so we're gonna try. Somebody said not Ron Weasley. All right.
That's yikes. I mean, on the list of redheads, he's kind of low on there, isn't he? And
I don't know.
But I would say movie Ginny Weasley, lower. Book Ginny Weasley, high.
A man of literature tastes.
I'm learned.
Yes, learned. But yeah, that was just I feel like this is a real good classic example of a misconnection. It literally is a bump into each other and then a want to bump into each other again. Like, could I have asked for a better example? I don't think so.
Prime stuff. That is it. In as simplified as can be. Two people bump into each other. One hopes to bump into the other one again.
And maybe with their genitals. Anyways.
That's implied.
Anyways,
That's great face.
Something we like to do on this show as well is a little thing called this show's like a little different than our normal show, recorded show, because this is also a podcast that we do weekly. It releases on Thursdays. So tune in if you like what you hear. But we do things a little different on this show.
We do a little different here at Craig's Existential Crisis. That's why Kickstand Twitch show.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you for making. I know. There was a moment of panic where I was like, he's frozen and I have to do this on my own. But it was just a really good freeze frame. So something we do differently on this show is that we do a little thing called home runs. These are the homegrown, home turf, delicious, nutritious, and organic misconnections from our hometowns. So, Talon, I think yours is up first, so I'll go ahead and read it. Do you want to preface this in any way?
Yeah, as always, I do look for Bothell, Washington in the misconnection section. It's rare to find one from Bothell proper, but I did pull one from Everett. That I'm a little afraid it's going to be a little hard to read because there's a lot of words, and I'm condensing it into a very small space. That's all I'll say.
Great, thank you. Now I'm nervous, but I do love that Bothell, Washington is like a wily mistress. You cannot always get her where you want her. Okay.
They just got the internet 2 years ago. So.
Oh boy. All right. Christine, dressed in all white, from the Crystal Ball store. She also goes by Christina, I believe. I saw this girl more than once, but now I can't find her. I've seen her plenty of times at different Crystal Ball stores around the area. However, I haven't seen her in a long time. A mutual friend has moved and I no longer know how to contact her. She's a fun girl and loves to party last time I checked. She wants to be a fortune teller. I'd be surprised if that changed. If anyone knows where I can find this girl, it would be much appreciated. I can describe her so you know what to look for. She's a little rough around the edges at first, but smooth as cotton candy as soon as you get her to once you get her to open up. She likes intelligent entertainment, like Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. She's a Disney fan and loves Snow White, but also really likes Ice Age from Blue Sky Studios, who actually quit producing entertainment. She likes video games and wants to make sure each stage is completely clear. She is quite the perfectionist, as I implied with her gaming habits. She has a way of getting people focused on tasks. She really rubs off on you. Pretty sure she used to be obsessed with the song Rolling in the Deep by Adele. Anyways, if you know where I can find her again, it would be much appreciated. Please contact me if you know her whereabouts. I won't lose her number this time. We'll pay up to $80 if you could help me out. Wow, Colin!
What a
find! Wow.
So much in there. My favorite part is where they said that she likes intelligent entertainment like Breaking Bad and Ice Age.
Honestly, brilliant. Loved it. Flawless.
Yeah.
Incredible. Yeah. Wow, that was incredible. Somebody in the chat actually has the exact same question I have, which how many Crystal Ball stores are there in Everett?
Frankly, I didn't know there was one, but now I know, and I'm gonna absolutely find it.
Yeah, I'm extremely curious about that now. That is fascinating. That there are enough that they got lost, sort of trying to find her at one of them. That's just it's wild. I do, obsessed with the idea of intelligent entertainment consisting of Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, Snow White, and Ice Age. And I also like
four.
The quadfecta of intelligent entertainment. I also really like her being smooth as cotton candy.
Smooth as cotton candy is not one I've heard before. No. I like it. I'm going to remember it.
I don't know that I would necessarily think of cotton candy as being smooth, but
now
when I think cotton candy, I just think about that video of that raccoon who tries to wash because they're little food washers, and he tries to wash a piece of cotton candy in a little stream, and it dissolves out of his evil little raccoon hands.
Ah. Well, we need to post this on our Instagram so that specifically, just so I can see it. It's a self
Mainly.
I like that they just needed to specify that, like, Ice Age is great and all, but if you're looking for more movies from this company, you're not going to find them. They're no longer in the business. Blue Sky is no longer producing entertainment.
No,
it's a detail no one asked for.
He won't call it a movie. It is entertainment. It's more than a movie.
I would say less.
You don't like Ice Age?
Is this a controversial opinion? I did not like Ice Age.
What?
Really?
The first Ice Age is fine. Yeah, the first Ice Age is great. It's fine.
I genuinely need to know how anyone watching right now feels about Ice Age, but it did not get me, not in the way that Breaking Bad did. I'll say I at least prefer Breaking Bad to Ice Age if I have to choose.
Yeah, I mean, they're just very different pieces of media.
Not to this person.
Okay, fair. Yeah.
I did not. Ice Age, like, it's animated in a way that I found, like, unpleasant as a kid, which is like, as a kid, if the animation in the animated movie you're watching you don't like, it's over. It's over. I do not care for the Ice Age franchise. And there's been like 8 Ice Age movies.
They did try to milk it a little too long. I will say they tried to squeeze milk from a frozen cow, and it should not have been milked as hard as it was.
You got a review in the chat.
Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, let's see. First Ice Age was okay. That's exactly where I'm coming from. It was fine.
But no one's going above okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to go to the mat for Ice Age. Sorry.
Yeah. I want to know who this person is, and I need to know about their film tastes, and I need them to produce like a list of like 50 other movies that they like, or TV shows, entertainments.
All right.
50 other entertainments.
You could respond to this via email.
I might have to.
You might have to. Anyway, bravo. That was a real gem of a misconnection. I am blown away by the quality of that one. Congratulations.
Okay. I've never been more happy that Bothell did not have a misconnection.
So I will go ahead and hand you mine. Mine also might be a little hard to read, but for different reasons. Okay. And mine is from the beautiful Bay Area. Bay Area, born and raised. Bay
Area? What's the zip?
94530 is my zip.
I don't want that. What's the area code?
510.
Okay, 510. Yeah, okay. There you go. I'm not going to shout the zip code.
That.
No one does that. No one does that. I asked for the wrong thing.
Postal Service. Boom, roasted. All right. Let me go ahead and smack this bad boy up on the screen so you can read it.
Smack it down. Love old school 80s funk, good soul music? This is for you. Financial District. Classy, charming, real sincere, no BS or smut, seeking professional, handsome, SBM, fun, funny, gentleman, seeks race, absolutely open, classy, fun, SF, who like me equals loves old school 80s funk, good soul, soft rock, quality, good music. Concert season is here, so put on your dancing shoes and let's party together. We will go Dutch on shows, so if this floats your boat, equals kindly start typing.
I said that was going to be hard to read, and then you performed the fuck out of it. That was great.
Flying by the seat of my pants. I like their use of the equal symbol.
Yeah,
you don't see that too often. They're just looking, they just want someone to go to shows with, which, you know what? Why isn't this a service? Why isn't this like an app where you can find a concert buddy? Why can I start the Concert Buddy app where that just pairs you with however many other people you're looking to go with? One-on-one probably works best because, you know, if you're going to a concert with your friend, I feel like that feels like enough. But if you're going alone, I've been to comedy shows alone. I would laugh harder with a person. So, you know, like I totally get this person just needing a buddy to go see shows with.
We've all been there.
It's funny, but I get it.
I've been to one concert alone. It was fine.
What concert?
It was a band called Typhoon. I actually was on a plane. I like flew back to Portland, got off a plane, dropped my suitcase off, and went to this concert because I'd
Oh my
bought
God.
tickets for it really far in advance. So it was fine. I had a good time, but it is more fun together. I will agree with this good soul, funk, rock and roll, soft jazz man and say, yeah, it was more fun with a friend. I also love that they're very clear about the terms of this engagement. We will go Dutch on shows.
Yeah, no,
I'm
we'll
not
go
at
Dutch. This isn't a
not
date.
paying for you. Yeah, I'm
This
not your
isn't-
sugar daddy.
Yeah, it's not really a misconnection, but
Okay.
I'll allow it.
Okay, I know. I know it
That's not
isn't.
the show. That's not the show. We accept everything that comes through the filter, okay? We're not trying to say everything we do is going to be a perfect example. Rarely it is. Not rarely is it. Rarely is it?
Rarely it is.
I had my second shot of the vaccine yesterday, so if I'm a little loopy, I apologize. It's a
Whoa.
5G.
Yeah.
Good.
I did get really good Wi-Fi when I stood near you, so that was great.
welcome.
But yeah, we do love a funky soul, smooth rock world.
Good music.
Good music.
Good music. Yeah, a lot of those. Not those. Well, those are some great home runs this show.
Thank you. Thank you. I know you're mainly congratulating yourself because yours was stellar.
No, both.
I'm kidding. No, they were both good.
No, both. I like that one. I enjoyed it. I don't know how I got through it without running into a word, but we did it.
It was smooth. You really let the soul of this good funk soul flowed through you.
Now I'm exhausted though, so the rest of the show,
I'm just gonna be snoozing. Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
I feel like now that we've gotten our beaks wet, so to speak, on misconnections, I got one for you. I got one.
Present.
I
Great.
got a present for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I shall warm up my voice.
Yeah. Prepare. Finish your. Get my tea here.
Little
I'm
ASMR.
so sorry if you hate slurping noises, but this is more of a visual medium. So when we slurp on the podcast, you can be mad, but not now because you're seeing us.
Yeah. You can see the slurp. So, did you want to preface this one at all, or is this just you're just going to let me at him?
I think just wing it.
Great.
Go for it.
Ceramic Prince. You told me I was beautiful like a poodle. I didn't get to tell you I think you'd be a very handsome dog. Probably one that dies in a book very tragically. Well, that's kind of fucked up. I don't know. If I want to be one of the dogs from Where the Red Fern Grows, that book really messed me up as a child.
No. That one in particular. Yeah, the book.
One in particular.
Did they make you watch the movie? Because they made us watch the movie after we read it.
No. I think the visuals were enough. The mental visuals that I had as a 10-year-old child of a dog being disemboweled by a bobcat and then the other dog dying of sadness, I think was enough.
Nope. You really haven't experienced it unless you've seen the film. And wow, worst. How old was I? I don't even know. I couldn't have been older than or young. I feel like I was 10. Like that's how it feels in my memory. And it's an old movie, so it's not like a particularly like well made film. It's from 1974, and someone famous in it. If someone famous is in that movie, let me know in the chat. But yeah, they captured the dog death very well in that. Very good special effects. Horrifying.
I hate it.
Gross. Bad.
Wow, I hate it.
Bad time.
I'm so
Is
sorry.
that the most handsome, tragic death dog out there? Like, I feel like there are more handsome dogs that have died tragically in movies. No?
An Irish setter? Those are very handsome dogs.
They're very handsome, but like in a way, I feel like that's a bit like a bit snooty, you know? Like,
Okay. Hit me with another dog that dies that's handsome then.
How about Marley? From Marley and Me. I feel like he's pretty cute. Golden Retriever, right?
He's more dopey than handsome.
But doesn't that make it a little sadder? Because he's a dopey, really kind of cute, you know? Floppy ears.
Yeah,
I'm not
you
like
couldn't.
the dogs from where Redford goes. Like, I don't know, they're fine. They're very typical looking dog. You know, some dogs are just like look like the definition of dog in a dictionary, which has less personality to me than some of these other breeds. I'm no dog classist, but maybe I am though.
Kind of sounds like you are.
Maybe I am.
You watch the Westminster Dog Show, like it's just time for you to like you're Tyra. Look at that. That's sad. I would be sad if that dog died.
I would be sad if any dog died, but that's not the question.
I don't know. There's some pretty mean dogs out there.
These dogs, their eyes are like, they got them dark circles under there. They got the bags under the eyes. Is that handsome?
They're just tired. Maybe that's why I relate.
Fair. You know what? Maybe now I would appreciate these dogs more as an adult. But as a child, I was like, could be cuter.
All right. Well, you know what? This conversation is making me mad. Let's move on to my misconnection. I have another one for you. Read it.
Okay. I gave you a ride home from Domino's. Hey there. I thought you were going to get a hold of me. I hope I didn't offend you. Let's smoke. This is meant for a female, guys. Unless you know of a cutie F that would be down to chill and hang out. You know, my favorite misconnection sign off. That's just like, or whoever else. I'm looking for this particular person or any taker at all.
And even worse that it's like, boys don't talk to me unless you got a cute girl that I could talk to.
Yeah, boys don't even try it unless you got a sister who's like single and ready to mingle. But no. Just the smoke. If you're just smoking, I feel I smoke with a guy.
It's not just smoke. You know, it's not just smoke. You don't give somebody a ride home from Domino's just for smoking.
Who needs a ride home from Domino's? What?
I don't know. People.
How do you get in that situation where you need a ride home from Domino's? Do you work there and your car broke down? That's the only thing I can think of.
Yes. Or you're so full of pizza you can't possibly imagine rolling home.
Is this a dine-in Domino's? Or did you eat the pizza on the curb and go?
You crouched over it like a little rat. And yet
just eat it at the counter where they hand it to you. Just like, here's your pizza. Thanks. Nah, but like, sir.
Just open your mouth. And you say, they hold out the pizza and you just.
Here's your pizza. Sir, it is a box for you to hold. You want me? If you ask them to feed you, I kind of feel like their cuss is good enough that they do it. Like,
I'm not gonna ask.
I mean, when you order Domino's, you know, you have the option to like leave little notes for the driver and stuff, or make special requests. And you see all the time these viral posts where people, the Domino's people followed their insane special requests, and so. If you requested to be fed, I feel like they would do it. I wish I was brave enough to test this theory.
I wish you were too. All right, let's go ahead and pull up your next one here.
Okie dokie. Bring it on.
All right. Dressing up funny at my work. You were in my work earlier today, Thursday. And definitely scared, or at least not excited, you told me yourself. Well, we both put on funny clothes, damn near a bedsheet for you, and just a metal jacket for me. You seemed more at ease after all that. What? What is going on? I'm more concerned having read that.
You have to read it a second time just to make sure. Like, I missed something.
What the fuck?
What are the trouble spots for you in particular?
All of it. Talon, I have no idea what's going on here. Well, I guess that they're at a workplace. So I guess my angle is, all right, so what do we know for sure? We know for sure they're at a workplace.
Mhm.
And somebody's in a damn near bed sheet and another person's in a metal jacket.
Which is what? Do you
I
think?
well, all I can think is, isn't there that move full
Metal Jacket?
jacket? Full Metal Jacket.
Now I've seen the film Full Metal Jacket. As far as I can
Mhm.
tell, it doesn't refer to an actual
Jacket made of
top
metal.
piece of attire.
Okay.
I mean, unless I totally missed the point, it's a Kubrick film. Who knows, you know? But
Could have just whooshed right over your head.
Woof.
Yeah.
I honestly, doesn't mean, is this code? Is this code? Because it doesn't seem like English. So.
This one is beyond my reckoning. I'm imagining a ghost and okay, I'll just be honest with you. Yeah. I'm imagining this is a very weird porn setup between a ghost and a knight. And that's all I have. Hamlet? I hope not, because we all know who the ghost is. It's his dad.
Oof,
so
that would be,
you know,
someone's probably made an incestuous Hamlet.
No, I don't want to think about that. I don't want to think about
Someone's
that.
Probably made it. And you said the words. Yeah, sure. This is some weird role play. Someone's pretending to be a ghost in a bed sheet. And
I don't know what other workplace you would be needing to dress up funny at a time like this. Normally I would be like, okay, maybe they're like actors or something, but nobody's acting right now.
No.
The stages are closed. We're in a pandemic.
Yeah. We're in a panini. There's no acting.
We're in a panorama. All right. Well, that was a big mystery, and I will go to sleep thinking about that. Thank you.
Thank you.
So I've got another one before we launch into our game. Yeah, you heard me, audience. There's going to be a game tonight. I got one last one for you, Tolan, before we start our game.
Here we go. Ghost of Michael Jackson. If there are any psychics or mediums on here, please reach out. I'm pretty sure I saw the ghost of Michael Jackson by the lighthouse, and he was probably trying to contact me. It seemed important. Thanks. Okay.
What was that funny little laugh for?
I mean, I think the part that got me is that obviously the ghost of Michael Jackson is trying to contact this person. It's not even, like, the ghost part is funny enough, but then they're like, oh wow, must be for me. Definitely makes sense that Michael Jackson's ghost would be in touch with me. So I need help, please.
Some random person in Santa Cruz, yeah.
Lighthouse.
Yeah. Which fun fact, that lighthouse that they're tagged at, I think is the same lighthouse I have tattooed on me. What? I have a tattoo of a beach at Santa Cruz, and apparently I should have the artist add Michael Jackson's ghost to it.
You absolutely need to add a little, like, in white ink, maybe, or some shit. Something cool.
Just a little ghost.
In the chat, Elena in the chat asking, what's he doing at a lighthouse? This is a good question. This was my thought. Could Michael Jackson's ghost be out there? Sure. If you believe in ghosts, you have to believe that one of them could be Michael Jackson's. That's just logic.
Sure.
Most ghosts, if we're using ghost logic, tend, I feel like, to not travel a lot. Tend to stick around their old haunts. Pun absolutely intended.
Sure.
What's Michael Jackson's ghost doing at a lighthouse? And if it's not Michael Jackson, could it be a different ghost that resembles Michael Jackson who died at a lighthouse? That seems more likely.
There was that 19th century lighthouse keeper that looked just like Michael Jackson.
Oh, Miguel de Jackson.
Miguel
from Jackson, Florida. So
yes, very confusing.
Yeah.
No, that's a great question. What the fuck is he doing at a lighthouse? My guess is trying to keep boats from crashing into rocks.
Doing his job. Doing his job.
Doing his job unto death.
Other things he could be doing at a lighthouse.
Relaxing.
Just
trying to catch some fish.
maybe his spirit got carried away by the wind, because I feel like ghosts get blown away by wind all the time, right? They must. They're
I've heard of that.
wispy. Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
So a strong breeze maybe carried him from his final resting place to this lighthouse.
Yeah, I mean, that feels feasible to me. I think we've cracked the code on this one. Thank you so much for chiming in the chat. We appreciate it. Those are the questions we need answered and that we don't even think of. So up next, we got we've got a game. I made a game for us. So this is a game that the name came first and then the idea. So if the premise is weak, you know why. So this is a little game called Prized Possession Missed Connection. And in this game, I have written some missed connections to a prized possession from a famous figure. It could be from pop culture. It could be from history. It could be from art. It could be from shared hallucination that we all had. You know the one. But I wrote them to a prized possession, and here's how we'll play the game. If you can get what the possession is, you get a point. If you can get what point of view it's written from, you get another point. There are 2 points up for grabs for each of these. There's the game.
Love it. I don't know how well I'll do. This is a very specific area of knowledge, I feel like. So
yeah, we'll see. I tried to pick ones that were pretty commonly known. They do get increasingly harder, at least to me, they get increasingly harder. And so people in the chat, get your typing fingers ready because Talon's gonna need all the help he can get.
I'm gonna need.
All right. Would you like, I was imagining, I don't know, would you like me to read them? Or we could take turns reading them?
Sure. Why don't you take the first one and I'll take the next.
Great. Okay, great. I'm trying to remember. There's one that I really want to read, so I'm trying to remember which one it is. Shit. Yeah, you better get that. It's fine. Okay, I'll take the first one. Complete me. You could be on my hand, but when I saw you, you were someone else's. I can't stop thinking about you. You're on my mind, but that's sort of your realm. I know you're in someone else's head right now too, but I'm a selfish guy. Life could be a snap if you just decide to be with me. I'm rambling, sorry. I might be a little stoned right now. There's a tiny picture of Talon next to me when I read those, and I could see literally 3 seconds into that, he was like, nah, I've got it. But I will say, I wrote this one. I wrote this one as a bone to throw you, because I was like, I'm gonna go off into left field. I've got to build up his confidence before I tear it down.
I appreciate it.
So we'll flash it to the audience. We'll flash to the audience again, just so they can take a moment. If you've got quick fingers, go ahead and type it. If you don't know what it is, that's also okay. Ton, do you have any inklings?
I definitely have some inklings. I think there's a good amount of clues in here that, for me, you're welcome. Yes, I think I caught on. But that's just because it's me. I think if you know me, you'd expect me to get this one. You don't know if I'll be the same in the later ones.
All right.
Should I?
Go ahead. Yeah, put us out of our misery. What do you think it is?
All right. This sounds a lot like someone writing about a certain infinity gauntlet, and I think that certain someone is Mr. Thanos.
Okay, yes. Okay, you get partial points. It's about a specific thing on the Infinity Gauntlet from the Avengers films, for all of you who
is it a specific?
It's a specific one, baby. Do you think I didn't go on the Avengers wiki?
Okay, well then, if I'm getting very specific, is it about I would think it'd be the Mind Stone.
He gets it. Full points. Yeah. Colin. So proud.
Nice.
I'm very proud of you. I'm glad that you got that one, especially because I wrote that one specifically for you.
Well done. I get the game now. I'm ready to play.
Okay, awesome. You can go ahead and read this next one because I don't think this is the one that I really wanted to read. All right.
Cool. All right, we're gonna play. Here we go. You're my P word. I know I'm just one in a long line of suckers who fell for you. I even chose you over family. I changed myself for you. Got on a new diet of mainly cave fish to maintain my physique. But it seems like it wasn't good enough. You chose to go with those, I can't even say it properly, those H words. But even after all that, I can't stop thinking about you. There's something irresistible about you that I just can't put my finger on, especially while you're on someone else's.
I just like to take a moment to be embarrassed that these screenshots have all the autocorrect. And if anyone didn't notice, I'd just like to put it out there.
It's a nice detail. Adds
you.
character. This one, let me look at this again. Yeah, I need a little.
Yeah, take your time.
The first one was all about the performance. Now I'm actually paying attention to what it says.
Yeah. Well, you performed it beautifully, I will say.
Yeah. Let's see. You're my P word.
You're my P.
Line of suckers. You chose to go with those H words. There's a P versus H rivalry here, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. Something.
There's something about you I just can't put my finger on, especially while you're on someone else's.
I can't put my finger on this P word.
What's the P word you're thinking, Talon?
No, I don't think it's right.
Okay, you'll never know unless you say it.
Word. Is it penis?
No, it's not. Imagine I had written a misconnection from somebody to their own penis. Their prized possession, their own penis. Yeah.
I wonder if the chat has any ideas. But P word.
I mean, the chat seems to be a little stumped too.
Suckers made me think of some sort of lollipop today.
Don't look too close at sucker. I'll tell you right. It's not a clue.
No, I feel like that's just a word that's throwing me. Cave fish? A diet of cave fish?
I don't know.
Cave fish. Cave fish.
Did I make these too hard?
Is that a specific kind of thing? No.
The fish in a cave. It's a cave fish.
It's a fish in a cave.
Somebody said they missed the instructions of this game. Hey, you know what it is? This game, this is called Prize Possession Misconnection. This is somebody writing a misconnection to their most prized possession. And if you can guess who's writing it or the prized possession, you get points. I
don't know. This one's stumping me.
I know.
I think it might be something that's really like, I'll get it. I feel like when you say it.
Do you want me to tell you what the P word is? It'll give it away immediately. But I'll tell you what the P word is.
Is it a pie?
No. We'll say
it's American Pie then.
It's a term of endearment.
Pretty princess.
You're so close.
Prince?
No.
I'm so close.
Okay.
I'm so close. Okay.
All right. So the P word, it's precious. It's precious. Oh, are we starting to have feelings?
Now.
Are we starting to have thoughts and feelings?
The P word is, precious. So the H word is hobbits. Hobbitses. Because this is of course was it Golem or Smeagol? That's really the question.
Golem. They have the same. It's the same guy.
Wait. Those are the same guy?
Yeah, Smeagol and Golem are the same person.
Hold on. What? No, I know that.
Yeah, you got it. It's Gollum. Right into the One Ring, the one true ring.
Wow!
Hey.
Wow! Good one. Okay, see, yeah. Once you said it, it crystallized. It all came together.
I just knew if I said hobbits, you'd be home free. You know, I couldn't say hobbitses. I couldn't say precious.
when I was trying to think of H words, hobbits just never came to mind. So
What were you thinking what the H word was?
I just, it's not a word that comes into the conversation all the time unless, you're talking about a certain thing. So, yeah, I missed it. It's good, though. I liked it a lot.
Thank you.
We can say I got it, but I think I could have gotten it better.
I think sometimes if you don't get it within the first 5 minutes, you just spiral. You know what I'm saying? Then you get too deep in your head.
You focus on the wrong words. Suckers really threw me. I was like, ring pops, lollipops, Tootsie Pops.
All right, so we've got two more, both harder than the last. So let's party.
I'm ready now.
All right, let me go ahead and bop this bad boy up, and I'll go ahead and read this one.
Cool.
Okay, yes, this is the one I wanted to read. All right, thirsty for you. Yo, 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 yo. I sent the boys, the ones I usually sit with, to go looking for you the other day. You know how they are. I had to get a special table so we can all see each other and everyone's like equally distant from each other so nobody squabbles. They can be such drama queens and kings and squires and lords, but I digress. Anyway, I know what happened to the last guy who drank from you, so I'm being careful. But come on. Maybe none of my bros are pure enough for you. Whatever, stay lost. Maybe I should just leave you alone so some hot dumbass with a whip and a hat can go looking for you and someone's face will probably get melted off.
Wow.
I just feel like this one is really in the voice of the character, so it should be pretty obvious.
Is that what you feel? I have some ideas. Let's throw it back on screen.
Yeah. Let's throw it back on screen. Again, feel free to throw any ideas in the chat.
Okay. I feel like this is going to require some knowledge.
Let's approach. Oh, do you? Okay.
Maybe. What were you?
Yes.
What were you gonna say?
No, okay. I said, you could approach this like you do any other misconnection. What are the points that really stand out to you?
Yeah. Well, whipping a hat, obviously, yes. And the chat feels, I think, the same way. There's an Indiana Jones reference here.
Hey, look!
Look at that
coming up on the screen.
Oh, so exciting. I think Holy Grail Goblets of Fire. Yes. Because what this feels like to me is this is a reference to Indiana Jones, because this is obviously in regards to an object that he has encountered, a lot of which are from, other stories and tales and lore of knights and queens and kings and squires.
Yeah.
So I believe, but this is okay. This sounds like I do want to say it's the Holy Grail. I do want to say it might be the Holy Grail.
Yeah.
That would mean the person writing it is the king. And now I'm lost.
You're doing great. Okay, Talon, you can stop while you're ahead. You got that right. It was the Holy Grail. Congratulations.
Got that part.
There's a guy who sits around a table where everyone sits.
A round table. The Knights of the Round Table.
Yeah. There's a guy.
Yeah. There's a guy.
His name's... He owns a pizza joint.
Little Caesar. Little Caesar. Wow.
Yes.
Papa John's.
Papa John. Yeah, it's Papa John from the point of Papa John. Okay, great. You did it. You fucking got the Holy Grail.
I got the Holy Grail. Got a point.
You got one of 2 points. All right. I know I did plunge into medieval literature there, and I would apologize, but I have no mercy.
No, that's fine. Points in the chat though for really helping out on that one. Elena said Holy Grail first, so I feel like that was I had it in my brain. It came up in the chat, and it just yes, confirmed.
Synergy.
You did it.
All right.
Synergy.
Here's our last one. Probably the hardest.
It's a good game. I'm enjoying it.
Are you?
I am. It's a good challenge. I like to be challenged. I don't like
There's a
my
look in
games
your
too easy.
eyes. There's a look in your eyes, almost like you're being held hostage. All right. Last one here. Would you like to read it?
Sure. I will take a read.
All right.
My life and my lobe feels empty. Hey, it's been a while. For a time, I thought I moved on. Let's be honest. I don't even have a proper identity without you. Sad, I know. To be so dependent on something most people would just call an accessory. But I am just a mere woman. No, not even that. A girl. I miss you.
Again, I never know how, you never know how esoteric your own knowledge is until you put it up in front of someone else and there's just a blank, dead look in their eyes and you're like, oh, I'm out. I need to take a relaxing nap.
Yeah, absolutely. This is like when I was playing music at a friend's party in high school and decided that the cool thing to play would be the a cappella cover of Crazy Train into the remix. Ghostface Killing. And you know what? For a while, people were fooled. For a while, people were like, yeah. And then they were like, wait a minute. What's wrong with this? What's this, right? What's going on? And that's what I learned. That the things I like, maybe I'm doing.
Oh, that is such a beautiful metaphor. That's exactly how I feel right now. I love this.
Pull it back up on screen.
Okay.
My life and my lobe. This feels like an ear thing. Maybe an earring.
Oh, does it?
This feels like, I don't know what else goes on lobes. But that's what I'm thinking. So if this is some sort of a famous earring owned by a woman, not even that, a girl. Is this what is this? Is this about a painting? What's going on?
I don't know. Tell it,
a girl without an earring? You lost a lost earring? Some sort of.
Colin, you're doing so good.
Is this is there like a statue that's famously missing an earring, or am I crazy? Like, I feel like this is where my brain is right now.
There's a lot of statues that are missing a lot of things. I will say that you're closer. You're closer with the painting side of things.
Okay.
You almost have the name of the painting. You pretty much almost said it.
The girl with earring. Girl without an earring. The girl with no earring on one of her ears.
This is killing me. Somebody said, it's that painting.
That's not helpful. I mean, normally very helpful, but
somebody in the chat did get it. Should I flash it for you?
Oh, I see.
It is the girl with the pearl earring. By famous painter. By famous painter Vermeer. There's that clue for you. So sorry.
You know what's not knowledge that is like required is names of paintings. Yeah, mostly just look at them. The name is maybe written on a little card if you want to know, but it's not like they put it in bold letters on top of the painting because you don't need to know it. Yes, also known as the painting from Animal Crossing in my brain. So
I'm glad you pulled a picture of it up. I'm
to see it.
I have a lot of I watch Jeopardy a lot. If that can do anything to explain why my base of knowledge is what it is. Anyway, excellent job. Good job for the chat. Good job for Colin.
Sarah, good job for you. That game, I hope we play it again. I genuinely mean it. Like, I'm gonna have to study more trivia and names of paintings. But
but you got it.
But I understood.
You did.
Good one. Yes.
Thank you.
Claps.
I'll
watch Jeopardy when LeVar Burton becomes the permanent host.
That's a great idea, and he should. I think he would be a shoo-in for that position.
It's just absurd that they have not just made that the case. When the internet wants something this badly,
I know.
you don't, you can't, it's going to happen, unfortunately. It's like the Snyder Cut. I didn't want it to happen, but the internet was wanting it to happen so badly that years later, it happened.
It's
because
gonna
the internet, you can't kill the internet. So,
I mean, you can't. Thank you so much for playing. We'll go back and we've got a couple more misconnections for you. So we'll switch gears.
yes.
A couple more things we'd like to showcase. So I think this next one, Talon, is from you. So I'll go ahead and read it.
Yes, please.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Hawaiian Diver, Portlandia. You are top of the line guy and you were very nice to me. At bottom, we had a good time and we should do it again. Yes, really. I'm open and don't give me your cock. I'm sorry about being too busy. You can make time and I'll do it. I think it'll be good if you come over in my whole life. I've never been so silly. Let me know if you want those books I wanted to give you, or I'll just figure something out. Honestly, what a transition from the game. I feel like I just read one of my own clues. Especially the extremely subtle, give me your cock.
Pretty, that, yeah, this was almost perfectly subtle until that. Without it, it's pretty subtle.
You never know. You never know. The ain all and the or all,
Clever.
both
Clever.
Deliciously subtle, so good. They did go a little over the top with the give me your cock part.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
God.
yeah, I know I make you read some things on this show, and I
You really do.
apologize. But with this one, I felt like I couldn't pass up. It's just the writing is exquisite.
That was truly one of a kind. I hope they find what they're looking for.
Yeah, I hope they find their, I guess, Hawaiian driver, and I hope they, here's the one problem: the subtleness.
Yep.
Like, they obviously want one thing. I don't think the other thing it's not coded enough that you could believe it to be anything else. So, as much as I want to try and give them the benefit of that doubt,
there's no doubt. There'd be no benefit to that doubt.
So I hope they get the Hawaiian driver's cock, I guess.
Yep, there you go. Don't get the bends when you come back up. All right, so I've got another one for you. Here you go.
Well, butter my buns and call me a biscuit. I was getting a boyzillion, and you asked me if it was worth it. I said, well, aren't you cheeky? And you said you wanted to see the results. Unfortunately, I couldn't find you after the treatment. Wow, it took a sad turn.
It did. I don't know what happened. It's like we played that game and all of a sudden it's Craig's Central Crisis After Dark.
Oof. I mean, this is the format we should follow. Maybe the first part of the show should be
kids safe, and then the second half is
for the kids.
for the kids.
Where the babysitters come pick everyone up. Wow. Yeah. Wow. I'm so sad they couldn't find them after.
I think what really caught my eye about this one was a boyzillion.
Yeah, that's a new term for me. I mean, easy to understand. I get what it is.
Yeah, truly it is.
I haven't heard it before.
Yeah, same. I was like, those are the best kind of made up words, is when you don't need an explanation. When it is clear what the hell a boyzillion is.
It's like it has been birthed out of necessity. Like, the language, the shorthand was needed, and we all accept it instantly. Boyzillion. Yeah.
I will say this is like the one exception to the rule. Usually I don't like it when there's the need to like masculinize words like man bun or manscaping or man cave. It's like, you just do like it. You don't need to announce to everyone. You know?
Right.
You don't need to announce. This one, because it's so clever, I'm open to it.
It's a little flirty.
The boyzillion.
Like, I think the problem with those terms that gendered things, especially for men. Speaking on behalf of all of them.
Please.
It's like we need this thing that isn't considered manly to feel manly, right? So I think boyzillion works because it doesn't necessarily seem masculine. It's just a nice turn of phrase that doesn't do that. So I think if we can come up with the equivalent for for manscaping is boyzillion. Like, let's do more of that. More
boyzillions.
More boyzillions.
Please. I want to visit Boyzil.
Boyzil is great.
Boyzil. All right.
Wow.
All right. So we got another one from you. You've got some good ones tonight. Let me tell you.
Thank you. You know what? You too. I know you said Bay Area's popping. Oh, here we go.
Acid farts. We tripped on acid together on Friday, and I'm too embarrassed to say this directly to you, but I want to apologize for my uncontrollable poison gas farts when I'm coming down. Do not contact me with unsolicited services or offers. I don't know why
Sometimes
I thought that was so funny in that one. Yeah, sometimes that hits different. Yeah, on different
ones. This one is also one I felt like I couldn't ignore.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad you didn't. It's also an educational one because I did not know that coming down from acid gives you farts.
Yeah.
I thought it was all a mental experience, not a physical one.
And maybe it's not. If you would, I haven't personally done acid, but even if there's someone who had and I was around them, do you think they'd say? You think they'd be like, I'm really sorry. How are you? Are you down? Are you down? Are you good? Because I think I'm good. Do you smell that? Okay, that's. I don't want to ruin this whole trip, but is this doing it to you too, or just me? I'd imagine most of those acid farts are kept secret.
Yeah, that's the unspoken secret of the drug world. Vice needs to do a freaking documentary on acid farts, let me tell you.
I mean, I feel like you get weed shits, there's acid farts. What else is there? I feel like there's, I don't know, Coke squirts. I don't know. There's probably something.
I hate that. Thank you. Thank you for giving me a phrase I would like to never hear again in my life. Coke squirts. Yeah.
It's a combo if you go to one of those soda machines and put them together.
No. You saying that did make me want a Slurpee though. I would love a little squirt of Coke if it was in that format. Yeah, I'm glad this one was also educational. I feel like our last two were both educational. We've learned two things: acid farts and boyzillions. And I don't think we could ask for anything else.
Yeah. God, if this episode were going out in the podcast, that would be the title. Acid farts and boyzillions is forever this show.
And speaking of the show, thank you all for coming and watching and participating. We appreciate it. If you like what you heard, we do have a regular podcast. It comes out on Thursdays. Anywhere you get your podcast, that is Apple, that is Spotify, that is other places also. And you can always check out our new episodes. Follow us on Instagram at Craig's Essential Crisis, on Facebook at Craig's Essential Crisis, and big shout out to Kickstand Comedy for hosting us on the last Friday of every month. Go ahead and check them out at kickstandcomedy.org. They teach classes that are online that have really been having a great roster of instructors, and they also have a great lineup of other online shows. And we are going to have one last misconnection after this, but there's more things we usually say.
Yeah, such as thank you so much, Rosie Sherman, for writing our theme song you heard if you were here at the beginning of the show, also at the beginning of our podcast. Every time we do it, it's a great little ditty. You can support her at Hey Shermy on Instagram. She's great. And yeah, if you have a misconnection of your own you want to send our way, or you want to share a personal story of maybe someone who connected with you via misconnections, I always love hearing those. You can do that. We have an email, which is craigcrypod@gmail.com. It's CARIGCRIPod@gmail.com. You can also use our Instagram, our Facebook, throw a brick with a note attached to it through one of our bedroom windows.
Do not do that.
Okay, don't do that. And yeah, I know we said we're a podcast, but if you want more of this show, or if you want to tell more people, that's always helpful. If you leave a review in the Apple Podcast app, that's the best thing you could do for us, honestly. And if it's 5 stars, I'll read it. I'll read it on air. I don't care what it says. But yeah, you should definitely take a listen if you haven't. Our last episode was our 420 episode. So
it's a wild ride. It's a wild ride, let me tell you. Yeah, thank you so much for joining us. Before we leave you for good, we do have one final misconnection that Talon found for us. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and pull it up.
Here we go.
Panda Express, you and your dog. I let you and your little dog go in front of me because I was still undecided. So beautiful. You were okay too, but your dog was absolutely gorgeous. Would love to take it on a walk.
I'm Tom Bigelow.
I'm Sarah Thompson.
And this has been Craig's Existential Crisis. Good night, everyone.
Goodbye.
Thanks for watching.